The Stable Song, Gregory Alan Isakov, GAI. Thank you for the suggestion. I've only known this song with the Colorado Symphony and never actually played or listened to this version, the original version, I guess you should say. You could say. This is going to be a long lesson. There's going to be a lot of information. So stick with me. I promise you we're going to get it right. I don't know why people are calling for the capo on the second fret. I just don't. I believe the song is in G. At one point, I tried tuning it down to a drop D, but it doesn't make sense. This G is just too full of a sound to where it's not anything else other than this. There's multiple guitars, there's multiple sounds, there's banjos, there's everything going on, right? So in this lesson, we're going to try to like combine everything the best we can to get you the best thing to play on one instrument, to play along with him, and also give you a chance to do it by yourself. All right? So the chords, not too difficult. We're going to talk about how you can spice them up a little bit, but we have a G, a D, an A, and a B minor. B minor might be your toughest one. I don't know. All right. The intro is this going to be a G, D, and A. That's going to be 2 times. After the second line, you can kind of hear him do like a little walk. You could do it with him if you want. It's opening it on the A string, then hammering on the second fret, then sliding up the 4, and then doing open D, but all the while strumming down with it. The timing's a little bit tough, so if you want to just skip that completely and just do the chords on the screen, then go for it. You can do a lot of times with the A over the D. It's just personal preference, whatever you think when it's needed, when it's not. A lot of times there's going to be a D to a quick G, back to the D, and I'm going to call that G a G6, which is something like this. So you can just do it quickly from the D, G, D. Alright, so going right into the verse, we're going to talk about, I'm just going to go through it very quickly and then talk about how you can spice it up. So remember when our songs were just like prayers, like gospel and you call in the air. Right? So to spice that up just before that G on the first line, just before just like prayers, you can either do one of 2 things. They're calling it like a D2, which is just adding the E note to it. So you can do that in 2 ways. Maybe the easier way would just be lifting off your middle finger for that D. So remember when our songs were just like prayers. Right? You can do something like that. Or you can make this shape right here. You grab that E note on the second fret of the D string. So you kind of have to bar it, something like that. Alright, something like that. So remember when our songs were just like prayers. You just want to grab it very quickly. And that goes for the same thing. Come down, sweet reverence. And then it goes into the instrumental after Unto My Simple House, ring and ring. Right? So the instrumental is going to be these chords on the screen. Again, you go to a D, to a G, 3 times, and then G, A, B minor, G, and then that quick D, G, D again. So we have, and then it goes right into such a full sound. That's why I think so much is this no capo of ring like silver, ring like gold. So ring like silver, ring like gold. Now it's the reverse. Now it's the quick D. So ring out those coats on the Ohio. That familiar walk of and again. And then the banjo's going to be there a little bit, but you're going to hear it more, as you can see on the text. So we're going to have that quick D to G, the D again. And they can hear the banjo. Bum, 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 bum. Again. Bum, 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 bum. I'm gonna show you a little bit of what you can maybe figure out for the banjo part. I don't know, it's something weird like that. I mean, not weird, but this is the 7th and the 9th fret on the D string in the G strings. I don't know. I'm just fooling around, but we're going to move on to the bridge. So like I said, goes right to the bridge. And it's an F sharp minor. Forgot to mention that chord, but there it is. And we're going to recommend just shifting up to that G major. Come to me, very cool, on some sea. Watch the world slip away like some machine. And I have a little asterisk there by the part like some machine, because there's like something sneaky right after this D, but it's like the A sound. It's like getting you ready to like that A sound. So it's like an A over D, but like just kind of just like do like a little power chord kind of thingy, then go into that full A. So watch something like that. Okay, now it goes into like the same thing as verse 1. A familiar walk. He's gonna hum a little bit, and then this instrumental is gonna have similar chords, similar cadence, but now it's gonna add that F sharp minor. So after he's humming, it's gonna go that quick. To bring back that F sharp minor. G quick to the G. Again. With F sharp minor to the G. Now this is where you might think of adding some bar chords, because you can hear the banjo go up, up, and up, and you kind of want to go with them maybe. So maybe you want to do a bar chord of D, goes to D to A, then G, D, A twice, then you have your quick D, G, D. Alright, we're almost done, I promise. Another verse, again, just the simple, what we talked about over again. And now it goes, oh, now I know, then that quick. But now it gets different. It brings in that B minor to start off a verse or a break or whatever you want to call it. But I'm hearing something a little bit extra. I'm going to add that F sharp over the top. Alright. I ran back to that house again. I was just a slip back there. And I ain't gonna write something. Oh, it's raining. And then it's the same thing as when it's very powerful, the G, quick D, back to the G. I don't know, just louder, something like that. Then we're almost done. And turn back. Tags that twice. Turn these diamonds straight back in the cold. And then the outro's this D to G, D to G, D to G, D to end on G, which is why I think it's in the key of G. Woo! Okay, we're done. Finally. But we did it right. We did it right. Please ask any comments, and 10 minutes, it's going to be a long upload, but it's worth it. I forgot to mention, I think it's on that first instrumental when you hear the banjo, and you can do a D. Make sure I have the chord correct. A D6. Yeah, this one's a D6. Where you can play it without the ring finger, so you can hear the B a little bit, because that's this note right here. When I do that, so something like that, or you can even do this sus2 and just mess around with that all wonderful triad of D when he's doing the banjo lick. But I'm sorry that I called the G6 incorrectly. It's actually a G5, so sorry about that, but hopefully the edit makes sense.